Hello guys, and today we'll take a look at the MBT-B, which is supposed to be a reward tank for the third personal missions, so like the Object 260 and like the Object 279 early. We don't really know when the third set of missions should be in the game, but probably it will be in the first half of 2025. So for the tank itself, it is an extremely weird tank. It is already its fifth iteration, so we can see that Wargaming still doesn't really know what to do with this tank, and for now it is extremely weird. So first of all, we have to go back a little bit to get the full statistics of this tank. It's supposed to be a heavy tank with a magazine. It had a magazine like the Lion, so the first shell reloaded 21 seconds, the second reloaded 7 seconds, the third reloaded 9 seconds, and then the fourth and the fifth reloaded much more. But it changed, so now this tank will have 6 shells, each will deal 400 damage, which means that this tank can do 2400 damage per clip, which is extremely huge for a turreted heavy tank. But it will not be a normal magazine, it is supposed to be like the Charmle. This means that if you shoot once, there will be going 2 projectiles from your gun, so the first will go, then after a quarter of a second the second projectile will go. You don't choose when to shoot the second shell, it will just automatically fire out of your gun. So technically you will have 3 shells in your magazine, but of course you will shoot twice with one button. Your interclip reload time will be about 3 seconds, and the second shell will fire a quarter of a second later after the first shell that you will fire. Also, the magazine itself will reload in 38 seconds, which is an extremely fast for a tank which can do 2400 damage per magazine. This means that we will have a DPM around 3200, which will be extremely overpowered. So for the rest of the stats of this tank, the penetration of the standard shells will be around 260 millimeters. The stabilization will be pretty bad while moving, so this won't be the most accurate tank in World of Tanks. And the penetration on gold shells will be 320 millimeters, but with APCRs, so it's okay. The H's will have only 60 millimeters of armor penetration, so they won't be great. The survivability of this tank got nerfed pretty hard, so it won't be a strongly armored vehicle, but we can see that it will still have 200 millimeters of armor on the turret and 105 on the hull armor, so the armor will be like something like the AMX-50B. The HP of this tank is 2100, so okay for a magazine. The mobility itself is pretty great. We'll go 55 kilometers an hour forward, with decent power to weight ratio, so we will go this 55 kilometers. The terrain resistance is also okay, and this tank will turn pretty smoothly. The view range is 400 meters, but with a heavy tank you don't really care. So this means that if this tank will come out with those statistics, you will be able to do 2400 damage per clip in about less than 7 seconds. This is because you will have to shoot twice with the interclip reload time of 3 seconds, so that is 6 seconds, and the inside Q reload time is 0.25 seconds, so that means you will need to shoot 3 times. That is less than 7 seconds. You will do 2400 damage with 38 seconds of reload time of your clip. So if this comes out with those statistics, it will be one of the best tanks. I think it will be the best tank because you can just erase tanks. Imagine you meet this tank and he just comes out on 7 seconds for your sight and you are dead. Hopefully they will change again the statistic of the tank, because if it will go with those statistics, it will be just the most broken tank in the game. Imagine meeting a tank and in 7 seconds he can do 2400 damage and it has only 38 seconds of reload time with a great speed. That will be just overpowered. So that's it for today. Tell me in comments what you think about this tank. And yeah, hopefully they will change it, but we will have to see.